Hey guys, and welcome to That LP Show. The name of the game is DuckTales, an action platformer developed by Capcom and based on the Disney animated TV series of the same name. It was first released in North America for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1989 and was later ported to the Game Boy in 1990. The story involves Scrooge McDuck traveling across the globe collecting treasure and outwitting his rival Flintheart Glomgold to become the world's richest duck. Produced by key personnel from the Mega Man series, DuckTales would go on to sell over 1 million copies worldwide on each system, becoming Capcom's best-selling title for both platforms. The game was praised for its tight control, unique and non-linear gameplay, and bright presentation, and is often regarded as one of the best titles for the NES, appearing on numerous best-of lists. A sequel, DuckTales 2, was released in 1993. A remastered version developed by WayForward Technologies featuring high-resolution graphics and the original voice cast from the show was released on PlayStation Network, the Wii U, Nintendo eShop, and Steam in North America on August 13th, 2013, and on September 11th, 2013 on Xbox Live Arcade. A retail version on the PlayStation 3 was also released on August 20th, 2013. And that's enough of me reading a piece of paper with information I pulled off of Wikipedia. I used to play the hell out of this game when I was 8 years old, and now I'm going to play it again because after beating DuckTales Remastered on Extreme, I have a hankering for the classic. We have 3 difficulty settings right here. As far as I know, all they affect is the amount of damage you take, and I think maybe the amount of health that the bosses have. What the hell, I'm going to start on difficult. And from the start, we have 5 different treasures that we can choose from 5 different parts of the world. Well, 4 different parts of the world and 1 on the moon. And if you look to the left and right of each of the monitor, you can actually see 2 tiny monitors that display the treasure that we're going after. Now, the 2 of these stages have health expansions for us to pick up. We only start off with 3 units of health. We can actually finish the game with 5 units of health. Each of those is hidden in Transylvania and the Himalayas, so I'm going to Transylvania first, and the treasure that we're going to get there is the Coin of the Lost Realm. And pretty basic platformer. We have a few attacks that we can do. One is the pogo jump, and in order to do that, we have to jump in the air with the A button, and when we're in midair, we press down and B. This is the way that you're supposed to attack enemies. You can't just jump normally on enemies like you can in Super Mario Brothers. Another attack that we have is the cane swing. When we press up against a large object that we can hit with our cane, Scrooge goes into kind of a golf swing pose, and when we're doing that, we can press the B button, and he lets loose with a cane swing. We had to be careful right there. The head fell off of that suit of armor, and if it would have hit us on the way down, we'd have taken damage. That mirror doesn't go anywhere. And we have treasure hidden throughout each of the stages. There's 3 different types of treasure that we can pick up. There's tiny yellow gems, which are worth $1,000. There are large yellow gems, which are worth $10,000. And then there are also large red gems, which are worth $50,000. We want to pick up all of those because this game has 3 different endings depending on how much money you pick up. There we go. Alright, these ghosts can be a little hard to dodge as you're coming through this narrow pathway. Best way to deal with them is as soon as you hear them screaming and coming down, just duck right where you are and they should pass right over you. Alright, we can golf swing these tombstones or coffins for some more treasure. There we go, red gem right there. Come on, you get away from me now. And I think there's a tiny gem up there. There we go. Yeah, a few of these coffins have treasure. A few of them have ghosts that pop out. The ones that I didn't hit are the ones with the ghosts. And so, yeah, 3 different endings that you get depending on how much money you collect. If you just collect any amount of money, then you'll get the normal ending. If you collect over $10 million by the end of the game, you'll get the best ending. That's the ending that I'm going to try to go after. And there's also a bad ending that you get for finishing the game with $0. Which seems kind of hard to do since you get $1 million just for beating a stage. But what you can actually do to waste some of that money is if you're low on health and you're total amount of money has at least 3 million in it, you can actually pause the game and press select at any time to refill your health at the cost of $3 million. So that's a good way to waste all of your money if you want to go after the bad ending. It's kind of amusing, I guess. I'm going to be going after the good ending, or best ending for that matter. All right, let's wait for that guy to back off so we can hit his ball and chain into him. Wait for him, and I'm just going to pogo on you. Alright, and if we head over here, well, first of all, we can whack that for some more treasure, but right here is an illusion wall. You may have heard Huey talking about that. That item that I just picked up right there was actually the health expansion that we were looking for. Now we have 4 units of health. But the illusion wall that he was actually talking about, well, first of all, let's kill that guy, grab that large gem, smack that rock into there for an extra life. The illusion wall that he was talking about was right here. We can actually go there right now if we want to finish the stage, but I want to explore a little bit more and get some extra cash. We have a minecart segment right here. Make sure you're ducking as you go through that low passageway so you don't hit your head. The timing jumping out of these minecarts can be a little tricky. You want to wait for it to start to fall before you jump out. Alright, and we get some more treasure in here. There we go, and I just want to climb back up there. If we go down, we'd have ended up back at the beginning of the area. Clear out all those rocks. Get rid of that guy so he's not harassing us. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Hey, floor ice cream gives you health. And another extra life right there. Let that guy go and kill himself. You just knocked the head off of that suit of armor. Some of the suits of armor do have treasure in their heads, just like that one right there. And that mirror doesn't go anywhere. And I believe this one up here has treasure. And this one down here. There we go. Alright, remember this mirror next to the armor. I'll explain that in a little bit. More treasure right there. And there's some treasure hidden right here. Good old classic NES obscurity. We just have treasure just popping out of every little piece of thin air. So you do want to check every nook and cranny that you can find. And is there anything up here? Nope. Alright, this first mirror right here, that'll actually take you back to the mirror next to the suits of armor. We don't want to do that. There's a red gem hidden right there. We want to take this mirror. And be careful as you're passing through here. There are some hidden yellow gems, but we also want to look out for these ghosts, because they can be a nuisance, and we don't want them whittling down our health before it's time to fight the boss. 2 large yellow gems right there. And as soon as we enter here, we start our first boss battle against Magica de Spell. And she has a pretty easy pattern. She flies back and forth in her bird form. We want to follow behind her as she's flying back and forth, because we want to be able to just jump right into her as she lands, so we can pogo on her. And I missed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we want to be careful about pogoing on her, because as soon as she... what are you doing? Because as soon as she lands, she'll shoot out those 3 electric lightning bolts right there. Come on, land. Land. There we go. And it can be really frustrating if she hits you, because even though your own invincibility frames protect you from getting damaged again, it also causes you to clip through enemies. So, yeah, if you get hit, you're going to have to back off, because you won't be able to hit her. Anyway, she's been beaten, and for beating Magica de Spell, we get the Coin to the Lost Realm, and for each treasure you get to the end of a stage, you get $1 million. And Scrooge does a little jig, because he's happy, because he's richer. And all the money that we get in the land, that's the land money. It adds on to our total money for overall completion towards the end of the game. And our next health upgrade is in the Himalayas, so we'll be going there next for the Lost Crown of Genghis Khan. And I know I've expressed my disdain for snow stages in the past, but I'll admit, this one I kind of like. I'm still frustrated by the slippery ice mechanics that you see in a lot of NES games with ice stages, or even most recent games, but I have to say that even though I didn't always like the music for this stage, I'm more partial to the Amazon stage and the Moon stage theme. But this, over time, has grown on me, especially with the awesome guitar riff that the remastered version has. I'm climbing up this rope, avoiding... Goat? You hear goat? No? Okay. Yeah, these goat enemies are really frustrating because they have a really erratic jumping pattern. There we go. And we wanted to pass by that rope that you saw back there. I don't want to go down there. Whoa! Okay, well, as that goat showed us, there's a secret passage, and we want to come down here. And over to the left, we have a hidden one-up and some more treasure right here. And over to our right, we have Launchpad McQuack. What he can help us do is he'll take us back to Duckburg, only one time per stage. Whenever we use them, we can actually go back to Duckburg and turn back whatever land money we have currently accumulated in order to add to our total amount. And then we can come back and all of our cash will have respawned. There we go. All right, so here's what I want to do. Now that I have a number 7 in the 10,000th place of my land money, if I go talk to Launchpad right now, I'll ask to get a lift back to Duckburg, but because I have a 7 in my 10,000th place, he drops us off with this little mini game with Gyro. And we can actually collect up to, I believe, 150,000 additional dollars by collecting all of these yellow gems that Gyro throws down. And then Launchpad's waiting for us at the end, and that actually takes us back to Duckburg, where we can add that additional money right there. And then we can go back to the Himalayas, and all of the treasure that we got has now respawned. So it's a good way for you to reach that 10 million mark if you're going for the best ending in the game, is to collect some treasure, then talk to Launchpad, and then you can add that money to your total amount, and then you can go back in and get all of the treasure that you got before, because it's respawned. It's a good way to rack up money, and you can do that one time for every time that Launchpad appears. So I will meet you back where Launchpad was. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, because we've already used Launchpad, he is now gone. He won't appear again in this stage. So if you were thinking about abusing that trick to get an infinite amount of total money, yeah, that's not going to work. But as you can see, those 2 gems up there, they have respawned. All of the treasure that I got previously has respawned, including that 1-up that I got in the room just above Launchpad. Alright, we want to try to fake out this spider, wait for him to come down, and then we can just sneak under him. And here we go with the slippery ice physics. This is why I don't like ice stages. And according to Huey here, I believe it's Huey, they all seem to be colored red in the stages. Bubba's trapped in some ice, so we should probably go rescue him. Wait for these icicles to fall down. There we go. Hidden gem right here. So let's cane swing that canister right there and jump up and pogo Bubba out of the ice. And Bubba's so happy that Scooge saved Bubba that he gives us our next health upgrade. So we're pretty much as powered up as we can be for the rest of the game. It's worth noting that in the remastered version, you can actually get your health up to 8 units when you're playing on the easy or medium difficulties. But when you're playing in hard mode, it's just like the NES version, to where you can you only get up to 5. And they are located in the same stages. They're in Transylvania and in the Himalayas. Okay, so now that we have our health upgrade, that's the only reason we came down here. We can actually continue on with the stage now. Fake out that spider. Hidden gem right there. And turn around. Got a few little gems right there that we can grab that appear as we're going along the ice. Wait for that guy. And let's whack these canisters over here. And I think we could use them to kill an enemy. No, okay. Oh, precursor to the Mighty Duck right there. Alright, whoa, almost slid off right there. Alright, we want to come here, fake out that spider. Ah, okay, I was trying to fake him out so I could just jump under him as he was crawling back up. Sometimes it doesn't work. All right, and as we're climbing up here, quickly jump into this area right here because that thing could do massive damage. Oh, we got a Beagle Boy right there, classic DuckTales villain. And up here, we have a secret passage. And we get 1 red gem worth $50,000, so that's not bad. That's worth going after. Let's wait for this Beagle Boy right here, and we can make a chest appear right there for $10,000 more. And $10,000 more hidden in thin air right there. All right, let's jump on this moving platform. Right here, we have $10,000 more that we can collect. And when we come in here, we'll start our next boss battle against the Abominable Snowman. Pretty easy pattern. It jumps into the middle of the stage, giving us an opportunity to pogo on it, and then we just want to hop to the other side. It punches the wall and makes some snowballs fall down, and from there, it's just lather, rinse, repeat. Pretty easy boss fight. Should probably mention that in the remastered version, each boss does have a much extended pattern. Like, fighting this one right here, we find out that, it can actually, has these large 3 blocks. Well, I'll explain that once I get to Remastered, but there are several differences with the boss fights. They're way extended in the Remastered version. Anyway, for beating the Yeti, we get the Lost Crown of Genghis Khan and an additional $1 million. Happy duck, happy duck. So you may have noticed already that this video is going to be kind of long. I'm actually doing the entire game in this one video, so there's not going to be segments, so you're going to see this entire game just in one straight run. I'm only going to edit out backtracking, like when I did that whole bonus game with Launchpad. Okay, so, with our health upgrades all collected, we pretty much can go into these next stages in any order we want to. It's also worth noting that once you complete a stage, you cannot go back. Your only way to repeat stages in order to get more treasure is to actually go to Launchpad and have them bring you back to Duckburg. Okay, our next step, we're going to the Amazon for the Scepter of the Incan King. Alright, there's a few ways we could have grabbed that treasure chest up there. One way is the way you just saw where I jumped off that ape. We also could have did the cane swing to knock it into the chest and make it fall down, but as you saw there, it can be kind of difficult considering that we have that ape in our way, and I ended up hitting the ape, so yeah, might as well just use an ape to bounce up and grab it that way. Gotta be careful with these gotta be careful with these snakes because they can randomly pop their heads up, and if you're not careful when you're trying to jump over them, they can hit you. Alright, got some ice cream right there. We just want to drop down here for right now. Cane swing that canister into this statue. Oh, little gem. And there's a hidden passage up here. But there's also a hidden passage in the hidden passage. It's hidden passageception. And here we get another red gem. And this is probably my second favorite theme in the game. In addition to the moon theme, which is my favorite. Yeah, I know, very original. Moon theme is my favorite in the DuckTales. Who else? You know. Yeah, I do like the Amazon theme. I'd say it's my second favorite. It's odd that both of my 2 favorite songs from the DuckTales video game has been redone by Floss. Like I said, though, with that guitar riff they had in the remastered version, the Himalayas theme has definitely grown on me over time, and I'm wondering how many more of the songs from this game will Floss add lyrics to. Okay, lots of money right there. Cane swing that... Yeah, cane swing that rock into that chest. And, could have sworn... There we go. All right. Oh, no, not the bees. Oh, those bees are very annoying, though, because of their erratic flying pattern. So, if we come up here... Yeah, we get 2 red gems. All right. So, yeah, this game... all about collecting the money. Each of the stages in DuckTales Remastered are more objective-based. There's this temple that we have to go to later in this stage, and we can just waltz in there right now if we wanted to. But in the remastered version, it's locked, and you have to go around the stage collecting 6 coins in order to activate like this stone statue that makes this light appear and unlocks the temple. So yeah, very objective based DuckTales Remastered. In this one, it's pretty much all about just collecting treasure while moving from point A to point B. Alright, let's wait for Launchpad here. Come on, be faster than the bee. There we go. Yeah, same thing in Transylvania. We just found that illusion wall, and we were able to go in there and go into that mirror anytime we wanted to go in and fight Magica. However, in the remastered version, that mirror doesn't work right away. We have to actually go around rescuing Huey, Dewey, and Louie from the 3 Beagle Boys, and they actually each drop a piece of a paper, and after you get all 3 of them, it actually activates a magic spell, which enables you to go ahead and activate the mirror. Alright, I want to be careful about this, because if possible... Let's see, can I do this? Alright, so I know it seems like a waste of time, seems like overkill, I probably don't need to, but now that I have another 7 in my 10,000th place, I'm going to go do that mini game again, and then I'll meet you back here with Launchpad, or where Launchpad used to be. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, Launchpad is gone, and look at my total. I am well on my way to getting the best ending. Alright, that part can be a little tricky right here. We want to start pogoing, because if that thing hits us, it can kill us in one hit. Alright, there's one thing that I want to show off here. Come on, you get up here now. Come on. Oh, come on. Any more? Come on, get over here. I want to bounce on you because I want to show this off. There we go. So yeah, if we come up here, we have a little hidden... What the hell was that? Okay, strange little glitch. Anyway, we have a shortcut. If we drop down there, that will take us directly to the boss of the stage. We don't want to go there right now. There is more treasure to be gathered. Oh, come on. All right. Can I hit that spider? Come on, I'd really like to hit that spider. Come on. And of course, you're just gonna whiff right past it. Nice. Oh, slow down. Good old NES slowdown. Oh, dropping plenty of money there. Okay, so we have the statue right here. Pay $300,000 to pass through. No! I want to keep my money. Let's come up here. There's their treasure right there. So yeah, if we pay that thing $300,000, which by the way is a dirty trick for making us lose out on the perfect ending, but if we pay it, an elevator will appear right here. Unless you go back to that other passage with the very obscurely hidden vine that takes us to the shortcut to the boss. So that's one way that you could avoid paying this thing for the elevator in order to, in order to keep your money and get the best ending. However, there's a few more pieces of treasure that I want to gather up there that I'd miss out on if I took the shortcut. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to lure one of those enemies there, pogo on him, and then I'm going to come up here. Okay, thanks, Dewey. And we get some more treasure and an extra life right there. We'd miss out on that if we took the shortcut. All right, keep going. There we go. Alright, and in here we have the easiest boss in the game. This is the statue of Manco Capac, who was actually the Incan king, or the ancient Incan king, whose scepter we're now going after. Come on, hop again. Yeah, he just like slides back and forth and hops, and after 5 hits, we defeat him, and we get the scepter of the Incan king, and an additional $1 million. Wow, look at my lives. I have 9 lives. And I'm playing on difficult mode. So yeah, in that stage, we saw the blue-colored duck nephew, Huey. But here, it seems like we're with Louie, Huey, and Louie. Actually, no, the blue one's Dewey. Yeah, so we saw him in the Amazon. I guess they didn't have enough memory in the NES to have all three of them on screen at the same time, so we have 2 Louies. Alright, next stage is the African mines, where we'll retrieve the giant diamond of the inner earth. And yeah, little gems popping up as soon as we come in here. And we got one of my favorite enemies, the Derpy Slug. At least that's what I want to call him, and you'd want to call him that too if you saw his remastered version. He just looks very, very derpy. Okay, we have a locked door right here. We'll need a key to get through, but it's in Transylvania, so we're gonna get warped back to Transylvania. None of the treasure respawns, so if you're thinking this is another opportunity to get more treasure, think again. We're just gonna hop in here, and we have a chest that has the skeleton key. And that mirror gets us back to Duckburg, and we can go right back into the African mines. Oh, that treasure respawns. Alright, so this is handled a little bit different in the remastered version. We actually don't get sent back to Transylvania to get the skeleton key. What we do is actually, there's this broken elevator right here that's not activated. We're not blocked by a door. We're blocked by a broken elevator. And what we do in order to get to it is we actually go further into the mine. Come on. Yeah, wait for those bats to drop down on you. We actually go further into the mine here. And it's at the end of this corridor that we would actually find the key that we needed in order to activate the lift that we needed to get further into the mine. So no locked door, just a broken lift. Come on. There we go. So let's drop down here. And we can head further into the stage by going straight down there, but there's actually a shortcut that I'll show off in a little bit. But first of all, I want to come through here. There's Mrs. Beakley right there. If you needed some food items to heal up, she'll toss them down for you. Got a tricky platforming pogo section right here where we want to properly time our pogo jumps on each of those enemies as they jump up. But over here, we get one of the 2 hidden treasures in the game. Yeah, there's 2 hidden treasures in the game. I believe the other one's in the moon. If we drop down there, it'll take us, that's a shortcut, just like in the Amazon, which will take us really close to the boss. Alright guys, sorry about that little edit. I had to pause the game. There was something I had to go tend to. Anyway, yeah, I want to collect some more treasure, so I'm not going to worry about taking that shortcut right now. I'm going to do some more pogo jumps on these enemies right here. And Mrs. Beakley is still throwing food at me. And I don't want to go down there either. I want to come in here for another extra life. And some more treasure, and then I'm going to drop down here. And there's actually this section over to the left, over to the right here, where a boulder's chasing us, and that actually, if we would have taken that other chain instead of the shortcut through the illusion wall, we'd have ended up going through that and ending up here anyway. Okay, so, yeah, we got some hidden chests right there. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, that sucks. Come on, I want up here. I could have handled that better. So we have 3 hidden chests here. There's actually a hidden passage over here with an extra life in it, but since we're already at 9 lives, we don't really need it, so I'm going to go ahead and grab these treasures, because if we'd have gone too far over to the left, then those chests would have disappeared, and we wouldn't have been able to make them reappear, and we'd have missed out on some treasure there. So, yeah, I already have 9 lives, but if you need some lives, you could go over that wall, and there's a giant chest with another extra life in it, if you need it. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. Alright, I almost got screwed out of making my jump there. There. Is there another enemy here? No, I think he's in the next pool. There we go. Alright, can I hit this bat with the rock? Oh, of course it misses. Go figure. Come on. No! There we go. Oh, we got some ice cream for it. There we go. Be careful there. And we got Launchpad right there if you want to use him. And another minecart section with my 3 nephews here. Make sure you're ducking on these low ceilings so you don't hit your head. There we go. Can swing these canisters right here. And, ow! And I can't believe... I could have sworn there was some hidden treasure right here. Well, I guess not. I do know there's some hidden treasure right there. And we can knock that rock into that chest to get some more money. Hidden money right there, and a hidden red gem right here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get rid of these rocks. Oh, come on. Really? Fine, I'm gonna take you out. And get some more ice cream from there. And another hidden red gem. And Webby wants us to use the seesaw. As we're flying across, make sure to hold down and B so you can pogo on that derpy slug just as you land. Hide in this little crevice right here for a lot of big yellow gems. And another one right there. So, some people will have you say that this game doesn't make any sense, or this stage doesn't make any sense because you can actually fall in the water and die, and people don't like that because Scrooge is a duck and should be able to swim. First of all, they show you in DuckTales Remastered that the water in the African mines is in fact boiling, and being this close to the center of the earth, why wouldn't it be? Also, why question a duck that can't swim when nobody seemed to question for years why a duck can breathe on the moon? Anyway, once we come in here, we start our next boss fight with the Terra Firma King, and he rolls into a ball, and when he stops in the center, we want to pogo on him and then jump over him as he rolls toward us. Sometimes he rolls away from us, but then we just want to go the opposite direction which he's rolling. There we go. And he's pretty easy to contend with. And after defeating the Terra Firma King, we get the giant diamond of the inner earth. Alright, over $8 million. We have one more stage left. It is the moon. It is here that we're going after probably the strangest treasure in the game, the green cheese of longevity. And, of course, this music here has to be one of the biggest representations of 80s video game music. Okay, so here on the moon, our mission is, well, if we go all the way over to the right, we'll see a large blockade, a large green blockade. We need to get through it so we can get down into the center of the moon and get the green cheese. In order to get through it, we're going to need to have the help of somebody who can blow up the wall, mainly Gizmo Duck. However, Gizmo Duck's remote for his suit is missing somewhere on this ship. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember Gizmo Duck's suit actually needing a remote. In the remastered version, we're going after the 3 pieces of his missing Gizmo Duck suit. But we want to look for that, and then once we get it, then we can go over to that wall at the end of the stage, and we can get further into the moon in order to get to the green cheese. Oh, come on. Gonna spawn in. Oh, there we go. Sometimes these enemies right here can be really frustrating because they'll just spawn right here next to these spikes and they won't move, and we'll have no way of actually getting through the path without taking a hit. Okay, so knock that over here, and we have a hidden passage right here. Get more treasure. Ow! Come on, get out of my way. There we go. We want to be very diligent with collecting the treasure in this stage because this is the final stage. This is the final treasure that we're going after. This is our final chance to get our $10 million. I mean, we're doing pretty well. We have over 8 million, so all we have to do is get 2 million, which will be pretty easy considering that we have a hidden treasure, which is worth 1 million in this stage, as well as the main treasure that we're going after, which will also be 1 million. So even if we don't collect any of the gems in this stage, our perfect ending is pretty much in the bag. Look, we don't even have to go visit Launchpad. There we go. Somebody want to drop some ice cream for me? Oh, there we go. Yeah, not that we need it. We pretty much have this in the bag. Something would have to go terribly wrong in order for me to miss out on my best ending. Even though this is kind of a tough stage, so I might die. Not to worry, though. If you do die, all of the money that you collected remains, and none of the treasures respawn, so it pretty much saves your progress. And if you do die, and if you've met up with Launchpad, he kind of acts as a checkpoint. So if you've entered the room where Launchpad is in, and you end up dying, instead of starting at the beginning of the stage, you'll start where you met Launchpad. But even if you don't meet Launchpad, you'll still keep all of the treasure that you've accumulated in the level up until that point. So that's different in DuckTales 2. If you die in DuckTales 2, then you lose all of the money that you accumulated during that stage. But that's not really a terrible thing, considering that in DuckTales 2, the only purpose of your money is in order to buy stuff from a shop. It doesn't really affect the ending. I believe you have to get like 5 different treasures in order to get the best ending in that. So there's Gizmo Duck's remote right there. And if we come up here, if you're low on health, there's Mrs. Beakley. We don't really need her. And we got some more hidden treasure over here if you need it. Now here's what we really want to go after. It can be a little tricky. We need some properly timed pogo jumps on these guys right here. We have these spikes here. If you're pogoing on them, they won't hurt you, but get all the way to the right here, and we get the second hidden treasure. That's worth 1 million. So once we beat this stage and get the green cheese of longevity, that'll be another million added on to our 8 million, and that will be 10 million and the perfect ending. So now we got our hidden treasure and Gizmo Duck's remote. We just want to exit this ship right here. Yes, this building, the structure right here, is actually a spaceship. Oh, we don't want to drop down there. That will be death, because it's hanging right over a pit. There we go. Alright, got some tricky pogo jumping right here. Alright, that's especially tricky, given how difficult the pogo can be. You gotta press down and A, or down and B. There's Gizmo Duck looking all red and stupid. His role in DuckTales Remastered is also expanded. Oh, I also wanted to mention that in DuckTales Remastered, you have absolutely no incentive for collecting all of this treasure. There's only one ending to DuckTales Remastered. Why do you want to collect the treasure? Because there's gallery bonuses that you can unlock. So if you care about that, then by all means, more power to you. I don't care. Yes, I did go ahead and I did unlock all of the gallery stuff simply because I had nothing better to do in the game. My main goal in that game was to beat the game on extreme mode. Okay, so we have a giant rat right here. One of the most frustrating bosses in the game because he's so fast. He jumps back and forth and runs back and forth, and you gotta be really quick because his invincibility frames last for a really long time. But if you stay on the move and remain diligent, you'll defeat him and get the green cheese of longevity. And That pushes us over 10 million. All right, so all lands cleared. We beat the game, yay! And we got the perfect ending. Or did we? Haha, if you want to get back the treasures, come to Dracula Duck Manor. So yeah, that message, it's not very clear, but it's from Flintheart Glomgold, and we are back in Transylvania to face the final boss of the game. Now, in DuckTales Remastered, you don't get sent back to Transylvania for the final boss. DuckTales Remastered actually has a brand new stage, exclusive for the final boss. And it's actually, it takes place on Mount Vesuvius, and it's actually a lava stage, which, as some of you may know, is my favorite type of stage in a video game. Yes, I'm very ass-backwards and weird. I'm probably the one gamer in the world who doesn't like ice stages, but does like lava stages. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this ghost on screen, because only one ghost can be on screen at one time, and if we keep him here, then we don't have to worry about ghosts coming from every other direction. So we're gonna head in the room where we fought Magica de Spell when we were first here, but this time we're fighting Count Dracula Duck. He's very easy. He just shoots out these bats, and all we gotta do is pogo on the bats to get some elevation, and then we pogo on his head. And just like any other boss, 5 hits ought to do it. And that's 3. And that's 4, and sometimes he can shoot the bats really high, making them hard to pogo onto. So we want to look out for that, and that's 5. And once Dracula Duck is defeated, you may have beaten Dracula Duck, but not me. If you want the treasures back, you'll have to catch me. So yeah, we have Flintheart Glomgold being carried by Magica de Spell in her bird form, and she's somehow green. But we just need to climb the rope and get to this treasure chest before they do. And that's it. We beat the game. And for getting the best ending in the game, this is pretty much it. This is the big difference right here. If you get the best ending in the game, he's sitting on a pile of treasure, wearing the crown on his head. And in addition to finding the legendary 5 treasures, Scrooge McDuck has stunned the world with his discovery of 2 lost treasures. You're a master treasure hunter. So yeah, best ending, he's sitting there on a pile of gold. Regular ending, he's just sitting on a treasure chest, and he has absolutely nothing in the worst ending if you get $0. But regardless of that one screen right there, which is the only difference in the ending, this dialogue right here, where the boys want to remind us that they helped, even though they didn't, this dialogue is all the same. Oh, he really is the richest duck in the world because he has his family. So that's my little one-shot deal for DuckTales on the NES. I just got a bug up my ass after playing DuckTales Remastered. Had a hankering for the classics, so I decided to boot this game up and record myself playing it, do a little walkthrough of it. Just one video. I figure I'm gonna do these every once in a while when I'm in the mood to play a classic game. These classic games were actually kind of short, so I'm just going to probably, if I play them and do a let's play of them, I'm just going to make it one long video. And if you guys like this, go ahead and let me know if you'd like me to do DuckTales Remastered. I'd love to show that off, but I'm not going to waste my time if you guys don't want me to show it off. I figured I'd just do this because this game was near and dear to my heart. So, just because I did this and I'm posting it doesn't mean that I'm not doing another episode of Earthbound, so look forward to that too. So, until next time, thank you guys for watching that LP show, and have a one that is good.